You're watching KMNH, Kids Making the News Happen.
I'm Omer and welcome to KMNH, Kids Making the News Happen. It's Wednesday, April 22nd, and Earth Day. Earth Day is an annual event started in 1970 to show our support to our outdoor environment and all the ways that we can enjoy and protect the nature that surrounds us. Every family has been concerned about toilet paper during this crisis, so we thought it would be informative on this Earth Day to roll out some information about toilet paper. Americans use 36.5 billion, that's right, billion rolls of toilet paper every year. That's equal to the cutting down of 15 million trees a year. So let's do the KMNH math. Got it. That means that for every 200 rolls of toilet paper that we use, one tree is cut down. And did you know that the average household that is made up of 2.6 people uses 409 rolls of toilet paper every year? That means our house alone flushes more than 2 trees down our toilet every year. And for all those people that have hoarded hundreds and thousands of rolls at the beginning of this crisis, you pretty much have a forest of trees stored in the form of toilet paper in your basement. So here are 2 ways to cut down on your use of toilet paper and not have more trees cut down too. One way is to only use recycled toilet paper. That means you are using recycled paper products instead of cutting down more trees. The second is to measure your toilet paper use. Make a line on the wall under the toilet paper dispenser that shows you and your kids how much toilet paper you should use every time you use the restroom. It's also a great reminder that we all need to conserve.
This is the first week of spring, and that always brings warmer temperatures and plant growth like flowers and trees. And of course, with that comes allergies. Allergies. Over 36 million people in the United States, like myself, fight seasonal allergies, and because it's Earth Day, we decided we were going to find some natural cures to fight allergies. Basically, fighting nature with nature. Anyways, I found 2 totally natural allergy-fighting relief systems, and even though it's not clinically proven to work, it's enjoyable. First, consume 2 teaspoons of local honey every day starting on the month before allergy season and go through to the end of allergy season. You can mix nettle leaf with peppermint tea or red raspberry leaf to make a refreshing allergy relief tea. If you want to sweeten it up a bit, you can add those 2 teaspoons of honey and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Even if it doesn't help your allergies, I hope you enjoy the taste. Oh.
Today's word of the day is environment, spelled ENVIRONMENT. Environment is defined as your surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal, or plant lives or operates. On Earth Day today, we are asking you to take a couple minutes and think of one thing you can do today and the rest of the week to help your environment. And then do it. It might just become a routine that turns into a way of life.
And now for a good old KMNH weather report. It's sunny today with a high of 65, so enjoy the sunshine while you can, because we're definitely going to get some rain tomorrow, or at least sometime soon. We have a 90% chance of rain on Thursday and a 50% chance of rain continuing on Friday and Saturday. In fact, we have a chance of rain every day for a whole week. You might want to use today to clean out your gutters. I'm Larkin, and this has been your KMNH Weather Report.
You can sponsor KMNH News and other Happen Online programming as a BFF. BFF does stand for Best Friend Forever, and here at Happen it means even more. BFF stands for Business, Family, or Friend Supporter. If you are a BFF and want to be a BFF donor for just $100 or more, you can keep Happen's online support happening. We will recognize and thank you on air for your donations. Just go to Happen's website, happeninc.org, and click on the Give a Gift and the Donation button, and leave in the Send a Note area that you would like to be a KMNH sponsor. We want to thank you in advance for being a Happen BFF.
We've learned that distance learning isn't so distant at all when you're learning from your home and your entire family is there with you too. It's definitely been a new experience for kids, parents, and teachers as we're all trying to learn from home. That's why we'd love to hear from Ambriehl Crutchfield. Ambriehl is a reporter for Cincinnati's public radio station WVXU, and that's where she focuses her reports on race, education, and communities. Her recent report called Distance Learning During a Pandemic made us want to learn more about Ambriehl, what she's learned from reporting on distance learning, and how kids can get involved with WVXU's Democracy and Me project. Welcome to KMNH, Ambriehl. We'll start off with, what made you interested in reporting the distance learning during a pandemic story?
Hey, it's Ambriehl with Cincinnati Public Radio. I recently worked on a story with Max Lundberg from the Cincinnati Enquirer after we had a conversation about the unique challenges we were having reporting on so many issues with school districts and families and barriers that they were facing to keep learning. So we decided, hey, why don't we just put our brains together and try to figure out how we can best serve and get information to families, but also learn what are the barriers families are facing and how can these school districts can be doing a better job of helping.
Did you learn something that was eye-opening or surprising as you met and interviewed the students and families?
One thing I thought was really eye-opening was just how much a lot of families wanted to be back in school. I mean, we know, like, when I was in school, I was like, I want to be anywhere but this place. And now that we are everywhere but this place, we really want to be back to what our old normal used to be. So I thought that was a really eye-opening thing, especially for a senior I interviewed who is missing prom and graduation for her last year, which is something that a lot of people look forward to for so many years.
What was something you observed that seemed like a really good way to stay on top of your schoolwork? And any tips we can pass on to our KMNH viewers?
One thing I thought was really cool was how one family blocked off specific time to do schoolwork. I mean, obviously, learning is not going to be the same as if you were in a classroom, and to some degree, you shouldn't put that much pressure on yourself, but you do need to keep your brain moving. So maybe if you devote 30 minutes at the beginning of the day to just sitting down and doing a homework packet, or maybe reading over some material with your classmates, maybe on Zoom, that would be an easy way to kind of keep it going, keep making sure you're learning and thinking so that when you go back to school, you can be as much on your game as you can be.
Reporting and journalism are really very important, especially during a crisis. How can kids stay involved with projects like Democracy and Me while we have to shelter in our homes?
We actually have a prompt on Democracy and Me that you can win scholarship money. So all you have to do is go to that, read the prompt, and then you can submit something, whether it's an art piece, writing, a podcast, or a video. That would be a good way for you to get your voice heard, because we really want to hear what are your opinions about what's going on in the world and how are we maybe leaving that out? What should we be thinking about? So I would check that out. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on air, Ambriehl.
And now here is today's Make It segment.
Hi, my name is Jude and we're gonna make a pinwheel.
So you can look online for this template, But, or you could probably just make it with a piece of paper, make a square, and do the dotted lines, and then hole punches.
Yeah, and this is all you need.
And then you need a pencil. We're gonna try to use a straw. I have a straw, so I saw people use a pencil where they took like a push pin and pushed it into the eraser. But we're gonna try it with this and Brad's and scissors. So this is what we have right now.
Yep.
Okay, so Jude's gonna color it. So I'm just clipping a hole in the straw.
And I'm still coloring. You can use whatever color you want. Mom, I'm done coloring it.
Okay, so then we're gonna put a hole punch in the middle here. Carefully.
Mhm.
It's probably the hardest one to get to. So we're gonna put a hole punch right here in the middle, and then I just realized you only have a hole punch up here. And then on the bottom, I'll show you. So you only have hole punches, the top corner, the side corner, here, and here. So then you're gonna fold it in. That's what I have right now, but it worked. You know, yeah, but
Thank you, bye. Have a good day.
Thank you for tuning in to this KMNH broadcast. A special thank you to Mooney Bullock family and the English family for sponsoring tonight's KMNH broadcast. This is Omer, and I hope that you tune in again tomorrow for more KMNH.